or welcome back to my channel. So, we are starting off our video as always with our cuticle prep. So, right now, I missed, I think, 2 or 3 uploads, and my nails, they had grown, my cuticles were not looking really good. So, here we are doing the cuticle care. I'm pushing back the cuticles using the cuticle pusher. So you have to be very gentle when you're pushing back the cuticles. If you are very rough, then you might hurt yourself, and we don't want that. So we have to push back the cuticles very slowly and carefully so that you don't hurt yourself. Then I'm using the opposite side of the cuticle pusher, which is kind of like a knife, and I'm removing any dead skin that might be onto the nail plate. After removing that, I am using the cuticle cutter. Now, you can use this, or you can also use a nail clipper, or you can just leave it if this is something that overwhelms you, because this is kind of difficult and you might nick yourself. So if you don't want to cut your cuticles, you can avoid that, but ensure that you push back the cuticles and there is no dead skin onto your nail plate, because that is very critical if you want your nails to last. After that, cut your cuticles. If you can, use a cuticle cutter or use a nail clipper to cut your cuticles. Now, when you're cutting your cuticles, ensure you're only cutting the dead skin. You're not actually cutting your real skin, because if you do that, then again you'll start bleeding, and we don't want that. Now I'm going ahead with cutting the length of my natural nails. I'm someone who hates if their natural nail is peeking through the Gel-X nails. I love having long nails, but I hate when my own nail grows. So I just cut it. This is my personal preference. If you are someone who is looking forward to grow their nails, then you can keep it. Now, as you can see, I'm showing the dead skin that is onto my nail plate. So that dead skin needs to be removed, and I'm using a nail filer. Now again, when you're using a nail file on your natural nails, you have to be very gentle and not don't get too rough, or just in order to get work done faster, don't file a lot of it. So you have to be very gentle. You have to file little bit of your natural nail so that it doesn't really damage your nail. If you file too much, your natural nail will get very thin, and you'll actually feel like when you touch your nail, you feel the pain. So that if that is happening, then you need to stop, because that is not the right way. So use if in case you don't have a nail drill, as it was requested to shoot a video where I'm not using a nail drill to do nails. So I myself don't prefer using nail drill, because there are chances that you might hurt yourself. So I avoid it. I use a nail file instead. So I go around the cuticles, and I also go onto my nail as well, and remove any shine that is on there. And then I'm using this 3 strokes Gel-X tips. These are soft gel tips. Whenever you're choosing gel tips, ensure that you are choosing the ones which are pre-etched from the inside. It reduces your manual labor of filing the tips from the inside, again, when you have to file the tips from the inside, you'll need a nail drill. So it is a good investment to buy nail tips which are already pre-etched from the inside. Now when you're choosing the the nail, you have to ensure that it fits sidewall to sidewall. As you can see, I'm checking in the video, so it's the nail tip should fit sidewall to sidewall. If it is too small, it will pop right off, or if it is too big, then it will get onto your skin, and we don't want that. In case there is no size of your actual nail, if it's too big, then you always have the option to file it. So I also do that sometimes. When it's a little bigger than my natural nail, I file it. Now I'm using a nail file around the cuticle area of the nail tip because I don't want to use a nail file. So I'm going around the cuticle area and I'm filing over the tip so that it blends perfectly with my natural nail. In case you don't have a nail drill or you want to protect your natural nail, as I do, I don't stick on the tips and then file around the cuticle area of the tip. I always pre-file it so that my natural nails are protected and I don't have to file them again once I have the tips on. So I file them beforehand to avoid any damage to my natural nails. Once you have sized the tips, it is a good, like in my opinion, one should use a dehydrator and then go in with the primer. In case you don't have a dehydrator, you can also use isopropyl alcohol, or you can also use acetone. After that, you can go in with the primer, and then here I am using 6-in-1 nail glue. So this particular brand, it has been working perfectly for me. So in every video I'm using this product only, and honestly I only have this, and it is working perfectly for me. I mean, the nails stay for a really long time unless I choose to remove them. Also, I don't keep my nails for really long. It is always like for 2 weeks, but they don't budge, they don't go anywhere. And my friends have told me that they stay for 4+ weeks. So I mean, it's a win-win. Now here I'm using the bigger UV LED lamp. If you are someone who also has this, you can use that. So I'm following the same process that I have told in every single video that I have shot before, I've uploaded before. I take my nail tip, I apply thin layer, and then apply a glob of the same nail glue, and then apply the nail tip on 45-degree angle and cure it while holding it down for a good 30-40 seconds. And then I cure it, I leave it, I don't hold it with my fingers, and then I leave it in the lamp for another 10 seconds, and it works perfectly. It's just that we have to avoid that there are no bubbles, because if there are bubbles, then there are chances of lifting, so avoid that. Then once they are on, I use the acetone and a flat brush, and I go around the cuticle area to seal the cuticle. This again blends your tips with the natural nail and also prevents lifting, and it basically is really good step if you want retention. So it has been working really nicely for me. So I do this whenever I'm doing my nails. I apply acetone with a flat brush around the cuticle area. Now this is another trick that I had learned way back when I started doing my nails, that use a nail clipper to cut your nail tips in the shape that you want. So I go in between anywhere around like almond and stiletto. It's not stiletto, but it's also not exactly almond, and I hate round tips. So I use a nail clipper and I cut it in the shape that I want. It basically reduces the amount and also the time that gets consumed in filing your nail to get that shape that you desire. So I cut my nail tips in the shape that I want, and then I go ahead and file them. Now, the 6 in 1 nail glue is also a strengther, it's also a self leveling gel. So, I use it into, that get that strength over the gel tips. Using like the gel tips itself is fine, but it sort of looks a little bit fake and also is very little bit flimsy. And I like to add that strength to the nail tips so that it looks like it's my own nails and they are not fake nails. And I am being very honest, people who don't know that I do nails, they always ask me that whether these are my natural nails, because they look like they are natural nails, they don't look fake. And the ones who know that I do nails and this is something that I love to do, they know that this is not my natural nail, this is the extensions that I have done. So yeah, that is a great tip, that you can use a builder gel, you can use hard gel, any sort of gel onto your gel tips, and create that perfect apex, or whichever type of apex you like. There's only one apex though, that is in the C curve, but some people don't like that apex. They want it to look more like flat, or they want to look it more sort of natural, like their natural nails, just like I do. I like to keep my apex just like my natural nail looks, and not really add like a C curve. And I'm also very, very sorry if you can hear the background noise, because people are burning crackers here. A few days back we had Diwali in India, and on Diwali we basically burn crackers and we light diyas in our house, candles and everything, and people are still celebrating it. So now here I'm using a 5D cat eye gel from the brand named Shills. It is very easily available in India, you'll get it on Amazon very easily. So if you're someone who lives in India and who's watching my video, thank you first of all. And if you want to buy this product, the product will be linked down below. You can check it out, and if you want to buy, can buy it. So this is the cat eye gel that I'm using. They also have like a 9D cat eye, they also have like a plain basic cat eye. I got this one. So I mean, it works really, really nicely. And the cat eye effect is, oh my god, it's like so addictive that you just like want to keep watching it. I mean, you'll see what I'm talking about right now. Like, you can see it looks so good. I mean, I'm just going to stop talking and I'm going to let you like just watch. It's so good. So as you saw, I mean, you can see that, right? It looks really beautiful when you're in sunlight or when you're under the light. Once you're like, oh my god, if you want to like leave it here after doing the cat eye, you can leave it, you can apply the top coat, cure it in UV lamp, and call it a day. But I wanted to add chrome over the cat eye. I have been seeing this nail design a lot of times. So what I did was I applied base coat over the cat eye effect that I did, and then I'm wiping it off with the acetone. Now I'm going to buff my nails. I applied base coat because I had to buff the nails. If I buffed it over the cat eye effect, there were chances that the cat eye nail polish could have gotten, filed away, removed. I didn't want that. So to protect that, I added a layer of base coat, and after curing it, removing the sticky layer, I'm buffing it. So if I'm buffing it, my cat eye won't be affected by it, only my base coat is being buffed away. So why I'm buffing is because I'm going to be working with the chrome. So if you are someone who knows how chrome works, or you have seen how chrome works, this is very essential step, and you know it is very important to buff your nails before you go in with your chrome design. So I buffed my nails, I wiped the dust off again with the acetone. I used lint free wipes. I highly recommend using lint free wipes. They are so necessary when you're doing your nails, because the lint gets everywhere and it ruins everything. So use lint free wipes. Now I'm going in with the rhinestone glue, and I'm using a liner brush to draw like very irregular pattern, like very irregular French design. It can go anywhere. It doesn't have to be a perfect C curve. You can draw it any pattern of your French design, and I'm doing that on all of my fingers, all of these 5 fingers. I'm just doing it randomly. It's not like perfect. It's even at some places it is thicker, at some places it is thinner. It's very irregular, and this is the uniqueness of this design, that you don't have to be like perfect. It just can be very irregular and it would still look really pretty once you're done. Once you're happy with how the gel looks like, without wiping it away, take your cat eye, sorry, oh my god, take any color chrome that you want to use. I'm using golden, and I'm going over the design with this brush, this tool, and I'm applying it only over the gel that I had applied. If it gets anywhere else over the nail, it can be removed very easily. I'll show you how I do that. But the best part is that it won't stick onto the nail anywhere, because I had buffed my nails before. So it will only stick to the gel that you applied afterwards. As you can see, it is only getting over the gel that I applied. And it is very necessary as well, because chrome is, it is metallic, right? It has glitter particles. So if it gets anywhere over the nail, it doesn't, it looks, still looks good, but sort of ruins the design that you had in mind. So do that, and then use the back side of your brush to remove any extra glitter that you, any extra chrome that you get over the nail. And once you're done, just top it off with the top coat and cure it in your LED lamp for, I would say, 60 seconds or whatever time is written over the bottle. Please read the backside of the bottle. It always states for how long you have to cure it in the LED lamp. So after doing that, I wasn't able to show, I didn't record, to be very honest. So I wasn't able to show you the cat eye effect. I'm really sorry, but I did click a picture and I'll insert it in this video to the left hand side, and you'll see it looked so good. It was looking so good, and I got so many compliments for this design. If you liked it, please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.